That's in the
I
back.
see Wawa.
Fire.
Everybody all right today?
Word.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we good.
Am I coming through clear?
Yeah.
Loud and clear,
No.
brother. You know.
All right.
Fam, I won't log into my phone, but I'm still listening, guys.
Cool.
all right.
I'll be right back.
So to M3, what he was saying, what I've learned is this, right? I have like endless relatives. Now, the key word to that is relatives. All right. Now, I only have a few family members, and from dealing with family members or relatives who are shaky, what I've realized is that family is not necessarily based upon blood more so than bond. Right? Got people who are not my blood, and they are more family than some of my direct relatives. Second, to what you all were talking about. One day, me and my pops, we was in the car. I was like 16, 17 years old. And we left from the store. This lady irritated my pops. So as we're driving, he noticed that I didn't. We stopped behind his car, and it had a bumper sticker. I need to find this bumper sticker. Oh, I need to find.
Okay.
I need to find this bumper sticker. It basically said, "Jesus, save me from your followers." So,
Woo! Yeah, we need that.
yeah.
Can you make that a T-shirt? I need a full
Right.
sale.
I'll buy it.
Literally, yeah, I need that T-shirt.
I'll work
Say
on
that.
it.
Say that again. I want to hear it.
Jesus, save me from your followers.
Gee. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
him.
So where that comes from is basically, look, I mean, you guys were talking earlier with the religious stuff and everything. They just said it's a safe space, so I'll go ahead and speak my piece. When I walked away from church, I didn't walk away from the word. I didn't walk away from my steps in life. I didn't walk away from God. I walked away from the people who represented the wrong way. That's who I walked away from. Unfortunately, we have a lot of people out here who follow pastors, and not all pastors are actually equipped to translate such a profound and deep message. A lot of people get this word wrong. So when you guys are saying like, "Oh, I have my questions because they telling me this, telling me that," you're probably listening to someone or heard it from someone who wasn't equipped to be up on the podium. So one thing I tell people all the time, don't abandon Christianity. Don't abandon the word. Just be very, very careful who you associate with in it, and be very, very careful who you let teach you it. I don't just let anybody teach me about the word. You have to be really certified.
Yep.
And I don't just mean you got a shiny suit and you got a Benz out in your, personal parking spot, right? Now, when you all were talking about why the church is so messed up now, this is what I see. What I see is, mute this. What I see is, unfortunately, the church is more about pleasing and keeping people happy to keep them coming in, as opposed to sticking with the word. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it there. We all know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, homosexuality is not allowed. It's rampant. It's like roaches in the ghetto. It's rampant. I mean, listen, I'm not saying judge people, but when it comes to that word and what God has written, in the very last chapter, I always mention this in Revelations, when John said at the very end, he said, "And I, John, attest to the prophecies of this book. Anyone who shall take anything from this book, your name shall be removed from the book of life, and anyone who adds anything to this book, the plagues of the earth will be upon you." Right? So it's saying clear as day, it is what it is. It shouldn't be different versions and all this other shit. And I do believe that's where a lot of people in modern day Christianity get sidetracked and lost. And I'm gonna give you this example before I land it. You don't have to agree with the beliefs of Islam, Hindu, Buddhism, Judaism. You don't have to do that. But I'll tell you this much. Every last other, if you think about it, every single other religion has their text in its original form as well as in English. You all never had a chance to know what it said in Aramaic. You've been denied. So you don't have everything you should. So that is something that's very, very important. And that's the main reason why I tell people just be careful. Now, does it mean the word is wrong? No, it's God's word. God is not wrong. But how it's interpreted, what is in it, what's not, like we all know, I'm sure I'm not the only one. There's no reason why Enoch should not be in there. There are way more books. The original name before it was called the Bible is called the Injil. And it's called the Injil. And so, unfortunately, so during a time when they was persecuting Christians, they went around and it was burning all the Bibles. So they had certain people who was able to make a printing machine. And what they did was they printed out a certain amount of Bibles and they stashed them. And that's how it was able to survive, at least from word of mouth to this very day, because people were being crucified for it. And they were burning it. They were burning the word. So when that was going on, it wasn't in English. It was in Aramaic. And that's almost non-existent. You know, when the son of Mary, the Messiah, would greet people, he would say, Ashamuk. That means peace and blessings be upon you. These are all things in Aramaic you all don't know about. But I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Wait, before you go, how will we know this? Like, where can we go to find information? I'm sorry, Daisy.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's a great question. Yeah, I want to know this. Did you just Google it?
No, Google is iffy. This is just from years of study.
Okay. Is there a
I
specific
never stopped paying
book?
attention. What book?
No, I said, is there like a specific book that you read to like?
No, I just pay attention. That's all me.
Okay.
No.
Look at you.
I could write
being
it
a
down
genius.
for you if you like.
Please.
Or teach us
that
a
to-
class.
Right. Maybe you should have a day.
I'm not qualified. I just spoke to you about that.
Okay, that's fair.
Thank you for the
That's fair.
compliment, but I'm not qualified. And I